We are live in multiple places all over the world because our SealFit community is worldwide. Thanks you guys for tuning in. I'm here. My name is Melanie, and I've been working with SealFit for a long, long time. I helped design this performance challenge, and so I wanted to give you guys some information on it so that you can make the best decision possible for you moving into your challenge for 2022. So I know you guys are getting inundated with a ton of other challenges right now through your Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and all your social media outlets. Let me just explain why this challenge is different from what everyone else is doing. So you're seeing nutrition, a lot of nutrition challenges out there, right? You're seeing a lot of fitness challenges, 30 days here, 30 days there, strength training, cardio. And, you're even seeing some goal setting stuff out on the internet right now, right? Trying to get yourself shored up, meet all of your goals for 2022. Well, and this challenge with us here at SealFit that we've been running for over 6 years, 7 years now, we're going to do all of these things together. Exponential growth is what we like to call that. So you can do one of these things and you can, bite off literally a little bit at a time, or you can combine all three of these entities, your physical, your mental, right, and your nutrition, into one challenge for 6 weeks. Yes, it's going to be difficult at times, but it's also go at your own pace. So you could either, do someone else's challenge and bite off one of these entities, or roll them all together with us and create some lasting habits that are going to get you through this entire year and beyond. So what is it? Let me answer a few questions for you. So first, I'm going to hit the mental component, because I think the mental component is the most important to success within the physical and nutritional realm. I'm a functional medicine practitioner and obviously SealFit coach and connoisseur of many years. The one thing that none of these programs train you out there other than us is the mental component. So Mark Divine is a visionary when it comes to mental fortitude and how we create a really strong purpose within our goal setting. And that alone is the single way that you can succeed through whatever it is that you set out to do. So for this 6-week challenge, what we're going to do is we're going to take you through some of the baseline elements of the Unbeatable Mind program. Positivity, breathing, visualization, goal setting. Mark is going to be here to drive you through the beginning of this challenge and help motivate you to really create a strong foundation for why you're coming here to do this. If you don't have a strong purpose for coming and creating changes in your diet, in your lifestyle, then they're not going to happen. And so how do we really create a strong mission statement, a strong purpose for what we're doing here on Earth? That's what you're going to do. That is first and foremost what you're going to create in order to excel through the other components of work. Sound good? Oh, it is. It's the one reason that I'm here today, is the Unbeatable Mind program. So I can't say enough about just that little bit you're going to get from Unbeatable Mind in this challenge. Next, that's going to propel you into the physical realm. So we offer you the boot camp program. Those of you who have done this program before, boot camp's going to take you through all 9 facets of fitness, your flexibility, your strength, your stamina, power, and so on, okay? And it's only a 30-minute training, 30 to 45-minute training, 4 days a week. And then on Wednesdays, you'll do a yoga. So now you're saying the physical component, I'm going to have to do trainings. They are all on video. So you can follow along video with myself, Mark, and a couple of the other SealFit coaches and go through these trainings with us. Coach Mel, I'm an elite athlete, so is this going to be enough for me? Absolutely. We've had people doing this challenge, you guys, for 6 years, over and over and over. I revisit this programming often, and I'll tell you why, particularly during the COVID, because I don't know if you can see the ground, I don't think you can, but you only need 4 pieces of equipment and a tiny little space in order to complete the fitness component to the 6-week challenge, guys. Okay? Yep. Aha. Get low when the whistle blow. Here we go, guys. All right, so you're going to need a pair of dumbbells. If you're just starting out in fitness, this is for you. Don't turn off the camera. Don't pretend like it says SealFit and you can't do it. There are Navy SEALs every day that write to me and say, I've never done a push-up. I want to be a Navy SEAL. What do I do? And you know what I tell them? I send them first to Mark's book, 8 Weeks to SEAL Fit, and then I send them to the boot camp program. So between these two programs, anyone can jump in and anyone can do this. Okay, so you're going to need a pair of dumbbells. This is a 10-pound dumbbell. It's a very mid-weight for most people getting ready to start. So you may want to get something a little lighter if you're just beginning, and maybe you just want to do body weight. That's also an option. Through each video, you're going to see modifications for every skill level in order to succeed through this program, guys. Okay, so 10-pound, right? Hoo-yah, easy peasy. Guys, if you're an elite level athlete, grab these 35-pound dumbbells, yes? There it is, okay? And then try to get through these 35-minute trainings. Trust me, you'll be cursing my name. Okay, and then for me, 25 pounds is always a great mid-range dumbbell. I love 25 pounds. I use them for everything. If they're too light, say for bench press for me, I do more reps, or I do slower reps, or I do negatives. So 25-pound dumbbells are a great medium weight for your average CrossFitter or somebody who's, working out a few times a week. Okay, you're going to need a jump rope. Doesn't matter what kind. If you're an elite athlete, you might want to get a speed rope. We got the RX brand, but it does not matter. And if you don't feel safe jumping, I get this question a lot. If your knees are bad or you're like, I don't know, jump rope, I don't know. You can simply do, air jump ropes where you just hop and rotate your wrists and get used to that movement pattern. So don't sweat the jump rope. Get one if you can. Borrow one from the kids. Just make sure it's long enough. You know a jump rope is long enough is if you stand on it. Let's test this one. Ah, geez. You know a jump rope is long enough is if you step on it with your right foot or your left foot, doesn't really matter. And then you come up, and then this should hit me right at the chest. And it's a little high. This one would work for me, but I really wanted about an inch down lower. That's how you measure your jump rope, guys, okay? And in that way, you're not getting too much slack cruising through, and you're just not catching on your feet and whatnot. Okie dokes. And then not last but not least, third, you need a sandbag. You can make your own. There's no excuses here. Don't tell me I don't have a sandbag because we've got these little guys. So if you're starting out, something like this would be amazing. And so you can see, this is very much like your standard white sandbag, right? This is our SEAL Fit sandbag. I wish I could sell them to you, but our shop's down. But anyway, and so it looks like this. And you're going to do, squats with that, overhead press, all kinds of fun stuff. If you're an elite level athlete, or you happen to have one of these fancy-dancy sandbags lying around, you're going to see this. This guy can go up to probably 75 pounds, right? So you're going to clean this guy. You're going to throw this guy over shoulders, right? Stuff like that. That's kind of movements that we'll do with your sandbag. This one, like I said, can move up to 75 pounds. You tell me what elite athlete's not going to get a good workout, the 75-pound sandbag. Last but not least, you need a pull-up bar. We'd like you to have a pull-up bar. They are obviously hard to install. And, the door jam ones aren't always that reliable. So you want to be really careful with your pull-up bar. I think it's probably the hardest thing you're going to have to, the hardest challenge you'll face getting equipment. But the door jams are great because what we don't want to do is we don't want to swing through a pull-up pattern anyway. We want to do nice, strict dead hang pull-ups. So some of you are probably out there saying, I can't do any pull-ups. That's fine. Everyone comes here not able to do one pull-up. That is part of our work. So there's a few substitutions. One is a TRX. I'm going to show you that in a minute. It's down here hanging from the bar. They have like a U-shaped hinge you put through the door, shut the door, and then you do like a ring row. Instead of a pull-up to this position, you do a row coming to here, right? So that would be your substitution for pull-ups. You could also, as like a rack, put a barbell up and do pull-ups from a seated position. A lot of different modifications that you can use for pull-ups. So don't be shy if you can't do pull-ups yet. We've got stuff for you. Even, that position of a handstand hold or dumbbell press up and overhead is also using that same muscle set. So there's always, where there's a will, there's a way, and we're going to get you through 6 weeks no matter where you're at with your fitness or your equipment. Okay, enough about that. Beyond the training, beyond the mental component is your nutrition. Abs are made in the kitchen, absolutely no doubt about it. I've been in this business for 15 years, in the CrossFit business, and if you want to be cut and you want to, lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. You have to figure out what your sweet spot is for your nutrition, okay? This is my area of expertise. This is my passion in life. And I want to be as gentle as I possibly can because everyone's been working on their diet now for, your lifetime, however long that is. Started when you were a child, depending on what your folks knew, moved into your adolescence when everyone was drinking Coke and going to the movies, popcorn, right? And then college, who had money to get great nutrition. So here's this pattern of development in your nutrition that's lasted some 20 some years, right? Where you may or may not have had great choices. So this is one day at a time, guys. As a functional medicine clinician, foundation of what I do is an elimination diet. So over 6 weeks, we slowly eliminate some of the foods that we believe create inflammation in a large majority of humans. So what that means is that we're going to slowly eliminate dairy from your diet, slowly eliminate some of the grains and packaged meals, sugar, and then finally we're going to do a system reset, and we're going to do a week as a vegetarian. Woohoo! Don't turn off the camera. You can do it. So a lot of us go through our whole life. I'm a meat eater. I believe in meat. And I know a lot of you have done juice cleanses, and I know a lot of you have done, all kinds of cleanses, even fasting, a lot of fasting. So this is just meant to give your system a reset. Introduce some plant-based proteins and get you curious about what that looks like to add more vegetables and fruits to your diet as opposed to meat. How are we going to do all these things? How can I do all these things, right? I'm just one person. Well, guys, I'm not alone. Yes, I will be your guide for the entire 6 weeks, but first you get Mark Devine for the mental component, and then we are so fortunate, you guys, here at SealFit to have had the most amazing experts in nutrition and fitness join us for these challenges over the years. I can't thank the people that have supported this program enough because I simply can't do it, and Mark can't do it. So we've brought on Dr. Gabrielle Lyon. Go ahead and look up Dr. Gabrielle Lyon.
For podcast is coming out with Mark tomorrow.
Podcast with Mark tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow or Wednesday. Gabrielle Lyon.
Gabrielle Lyon's been with me for a long time. Neither one of us can cook. Sorry, Dr. Gabrielle, I'm going to give that up. We always do a crazy cooking show. We're not going to do that this time, but Dr. Gabrielle is going to come on and talk about protein. She's going to talk about meat, what it looks like for your health, and muscle as the largest organ in your body. So she is a wealth of information. She will change your diet single-handedly herself. Next, on the opposing side to meat, is the fabulous Mr. Luke Tan. He's one of our Unbeatable Mind coaches out of Singapore. He runs the Plant-Based Summit internationally every single year and works with experts in the vegetarian and vegan world. So if you are vegan, vegetarian curious, or just feel like you need to shore up that part of your diet, he's our expert. I'm so excited to have him. It's the first time we've had an expert in that field come on the show. I always get so many questions. How can I do this if I'm a vegan? How can I do this if I'm a vegetarian? And I've been able to fulfill a lot of those questions over the years. But now, guys, I bring you Luke Tan. So this is a real treat. He'll come on the last week when we give up meat and support you through that journey. Next, we've got, one of my greatest mentors in nutrition and functional medicine is Rob Wolf. Rob's an expert on elimination diets. Rob wrote The Paleo Solution. Rob has been the foundation of the paleo diet since the beginning of CrossFit 15 years ago. He's a biologist. Him and his wife, Nikki Violetta, who has also owned and operated CrossFit gyms, some of the first CrossFit gyms, and trained and helped with nutrition for athletes for many, many years. This power couple is going to come on and bring you the goods on all kinds of information, from inflammation, from chronic disease, autoimmune disease, You want to know something about the COVID? We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about inflammation, bringing inflammation down, how to empower yourself with the elimination diet component, okay? Next, we've got Kara Lazowskis. Kara is going to join us for our physical mountain. And Kara's been working out with The Rock for many years, guys. She was on the Titan Games and did very well in that competition. And she's a trainer at the Doghouse in LA and one of our SEAL Fit Kokoro grads, as well as a scientist in her own right, master's science degree in, I'm going to forget it. It's in blood. I can't remember. I apologize. I'm going to get more information on her degree as well. But she's here to bring the kinesiology aspect of training to you and do a really fun couple of bonus trainings during the ride. So you're going to do your 9 physical trainings, those 9 videos that will alternate over the 6 weeks. And then we're going to throw in a couple punchy little fun workouts just to keep you guys on your toes. Okay, last but not least is our own SEAL Fit director and coach, Unbeatable Mind coach, Rob Ord. Rob's been with us since the beginning, before me, before Jeff, before Rich. Literally started SEAL Fit with Mark Devine. I don't know, how many years ago was that? 15, 16 years ago?
No, not quite. 2007.
2007. Long time ago, guys. Rob is the foundation of what we do here. And Rob runs all our crucibles. And he runs our Tip of the Spear program, our elite program. And he does all of our business coaching. He's coached Fortune 500 companies, people all over the world. Rob's going to come here and talk to you about what it takes to press through your pain points and achieve your 20x success. This is going to look to be a physical talk, but it really encompasses all 3 components of what we're doing within this challenge. And then he's going to have a great challenge for you in himself. So, what else have I not covered for you guys? So we've got the physical, and we've got the mental, and we've got the nutritional elements. It's all meant to be done at your own pace, right? Like you can scale the weight, you can scale the nutrition components as well. So if you decide that instead of eliminating dairy for a week or the entire 6 weeks, you can say, I'm going to eat 25% less dairy, or I'm only going to eat dairy on the weekends. Or you're going to create your own game plan, guys. This is supposed to be sustainable. It's one of the reasons why I wrote the book, 6 Weeks to Cleaner Eating, is because I saw these really dramatic diet changes that are great, and I absolutely support so many of them that eliminate all these foods out of your diet completely. But it's so hard to do, completely eliminate everything in 1 week or in 1 day. So what I want to do is help you to build a slow protocol for removal, which means helping you to find substitutions for some of these foods you love that are healthier, right? And so that's what that looks like. The other component to the nutrition side of the challenge is that we're really going to focus on our macro balanced eating. And if you don't know what that is like old school grandma's kitchen stuff, guys. That is, I got my steak, I got my potato, and I got my broccoli on my plate. And a little bit of butter maybe on your potato. And that is what my dinner looks like. And that is what my lunch looks like. And as a matter of fact, it's what my breakfast looks like too. Okay, guys? So you can do that every single meal. You could figure out what your zone block potential is for your training schedule if you're an elite athlete and you really want to hone in on exactly the macronutrients your body needs for performance. Or you can just simply look at your hands and say, I know I need to eat like this much salad a day, and I know I need to eat, in a meal. Yeah, that's a lot of salad. And I know I need to eat this much meat in a meal, and I know I need this much fat. So you can make it as simple or as complex as you like, depending on, your skill level and your awareness around nutrition. So, like I said, this is for everybody. I want to turn it over to you guys, answer any questions you have. It's $99. I didn't even mention that. I mean, it's like ridiculous. You guys are like, why do you do this for $99? First of all, I do it because I absolutely love being able to change the world. And there's been thousands of people who have written testimonials that have gone off, cardiovascular disease medications. They, reduced their insulin intake. People have lost, thousands of pounds. And mostly people just feel better, right? And then they're turning this over and playing it forward, right, to their tribes and their families. And our goal here at Still Fit and Unbeatable is, to affect 100 million people with change. So that's what we're here to do. $99 is going to get you in the door. Come become part of our team. We're close. We're a close-knit team. We all know each other. We all come out and train together. And I'm inviting all of you guys to join today, do this. You're going to get me live every week. I'll do office hours, answer all your questions, whatever you've got. You're going to get live question and answer of each one of your experts. And you're going to get Mark too, yeah, for a little bit on the front end. All right. I'm going to answer questions.
I don't have any questions yet. Do you want to tell people to write some questions in the comments?
Yeah, please put up your questions in the comment area and let me know what you got to say.
It's hard to see the Facebook ones.
It's hard to see this. I'm going to cruise in. Let's see. Oh, I see comments. Oh. Hi, Chris Marks. Hi, Alex Clark. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining. Heck yeah. I just see people are watching. I'm sorry, I can't see your questions.
This gentleman's from Spain, Mr. Piccolo fan.
Hey, Spain. What's up, Mr. Piccolo? Yes, anyone can do this from all over the world. Okay, so that reminds me, the live calls will be roughly like 10 a.m. And they're going to be on Mondays and Tuesdays at the start of the week. So the Pacific Standard Time. So I believe 10, except for Luke Tans, and it's going to be 9 in the morning because that's, I believe, for us it's 9 in the morning. For him, it's 4 in the morning in Singapore. I'll do the math later, but so they're pretty early in the morning. They're also recorded, so if you miss it, you can watch them on playback. And I didn't mention all of the past challenges we have done, all of those guest interviews that we have done. We have an enormous archive. I don't know how many videos in there, at least 10 or 15 videos from people of the likes of Mark Sisson, a ton of Ben Greenfield. We've got all of my Dr. Gab. Rob Wolf's been with us. Kirk Parsley. He's our sleep expert. Oh my gosh, there's so many folks. Who else do we had on there? You guys will have to check it out when you join. That you have access to all of those interviews as well with just a plethora of knowledge. Olympic athletes. We had Chris, the owner of Good On Ya, Buchanan, Chris Buchanan, former Olympian. So there's so much information for the taking within this challenge for you guys. And you can watch the videos or the live streams, during live stream time, obviously, or recorded at a later time. That'll be available to you. If you have a question for one of our experts and you can't attend the call, no problem. All you need to do is submit an email to me and say, hey, I want to ask Rob Wolf this question. And then I'll address that for him during our interview, okay?
A couple more people just commenting, no questions yet, but from the UK, Faith and Fitness 76.
UK, bring your entire gym to join us. Yeah, I mean, I'm serious. Like, get your entire cohort of people to come join, even if they just want to do the nutrition component. You're welcome, and you want to run your own CrossFit or you have your own fitness classes or whatever that looks like for you. It is still such a killer deal, you guys. You can't find a better deal anywhere. And plus, you get access to the boot camp. So the boot camp program actually runs 12 weeks long. It's only held from us for 6 weeks. So we're going to keep you accountable every single week, every single day. You'll get an email telling you exactly what you need to do for nutrition-wise, fitness-wise, and unbeatable mind-wise, okay? Every single day. At the top of the week, you're going to get an email that lays out the entire week for you so you can plan, okay? And so you're going to have your Saturdays and Sundays off, and you're going to train, and you're going to follow, the protocol Monday through Friday. I didn't tell them the best part, did I, Jeff? So a lot of people are, this is kind of controversial. So I'm going to give it to you. But this comes straight from Mark Divine, and it is wholeheartedly my belief. And Mark talks about the 80-20 rule. in almost every single book he's written. And what that means is that 80% of the time, we're optimizing our fitness, we're optimizing our nutrition, we're optimizing our health, we're optimizing our mental fortitude, our work, right? Our relationships. And then there's that 20% of the time. What does that 20% of the time mean? That I go eat pizza and soda? Does it mean that I, just lay on the couch and eat chips and do nothing all day? Does it mean, I don't know, that I drink, get drunk, or it could mean all of those things. For, somebody who's an elite athlete or someone who's training or someone who's got goals set on, really creating a change for 2022, a positive change, it's going to look more like, on those weekend, on that yes meal day, you're going to have maybe a couple pieces of bread. Maybe you're going to have some cheese that you've eliminated throughout the rest of the challenge. Maybe you're only going to go for a hike instead of doing that heavy strength training, or maybe just a dog walk. So that's the 20. The 20 is like that rest day, that day where we give ourselves a little bit of a break, take a deep breath, and just chill out, okay? And recalibrate and reassess how the rest of the week went, what it looked like, where were my wins? Where were things that I need to work on further? How do I want to attack that in the coming week? We call that the yes meal or yes moment. It's actually not a whole day. It's, a half day or, a meal if you're looking at your nutrition aspect.
I actually do have a question here. Someone asks, I travel quite a bit. Could this be done while traveling?
Absolutely. And I guess my question for you is, do you have access to some of the equipment? You can do this with body weight. So there's a lot of push-ups, obviously a lot of squats, lunges. You're going to jump. You're going to run in place, okay? You're going to do star jumps, monkey jump squats, all kinds of great stuff with the team. If you have access to, one of those small gyms at a hotel, that will be really great. And maybe you can travel with, your TRX system. When I was in quarantine in Bali, I took that TRX system and I put that thing in the door jam and I did the best pull-ups I could do there. And I took my jump rope. I feel bad for the people underneath me, but they did put me in quarantine for a long time. So I had no weights. And I did bring my fancy little sandbag, but I couldn't really put anything in it. I think I filled up water jugs. And I just filled it with water jugs and put it in there to help myself have like a sandbag. So absolutely, if you're asking me, 100%. I was in quarantine for 5 days in June. In a hotel room, not allowed to walk out the front door, and I did it. The food is going to be calculated. And if you've got a mental thing about not wasting, it's going to be hard because when you get your plate and you see what a restaurant gives you, for instance, if you order a pasta plate, guys, let's all be honest, like your pasta plate's here, right? And once you start to understand macro balancing, you're going to understand one of the keys about this, like these high starch carbs, is you really only eat a cup at a time. So a cup is maybe 3 blocks of carbs. Oh, if you're talking about rice, you're talking about pasta or a potato. So you are going to have to dramatically shift the portion size of your meal if you're traveling. I think that's probably the hardest part. And then, you're going to have to choose. So if you're somewhere where they don't have vegetables, which happens in the South all the time of America, it's crazy. You may be stuck like, there's no broccoli. I guess I'll have a potato again, and I guess I'll have my piece of meat. So it could look a little bit different. But by the way, I'm always here. So if you want to shoot me an email, during the 6 weeks, I'm all yours. Shoot me an email and say, hey, I'm traveling. This is my menu. What should I eat? And I'll simply go, there you go. Come on, you're supposed to eat fish and salad. So, so use me and let me help you out along the way.
When does it start?
Starts January 10th. Goes through February 20th.
And the URL, sealfit.com/performance-challenge.
The URL is sealfit.com-performance-challenge.com. That's not it.
Performance
Slash.
challenge.
Oh, for God's sakes. sealfit.com/performance-challenge.com. /performance-challenge.com. That'll get you there. Or you can just go to sealfit.com. There's a banner that's going to drop down. You'll see that too. Or we'll post it. We're going to post it in both of these. I'll give you a link.
It's in the description on the YouTube one.
We're going to get you signed up for sure.
Let's see. Someone said hi from Germany.
Hey, Germany. Wish I knew. How do you say hi in German? You know how to say hi in German? I just know how to say ich glaube dich.
I would say schnell.
We got schnell and we got ich glaube dich. We love you, and schnell is, what does schnell mean?
Schnell is faster.
Faster.
Do you do any carb loading with this program?
Okay, that's a great question. And so, if you're an elite athlete, yeah, I've got a lot of experience with carb loading. I've got a lot of experience with ketogenic diets. I've got a lot of experience with, low-fat diets. As a nutritionist and a functional medicine practitioner, I can advise you within those realms if you want to carb load, depending on where you're at. Ultimately, if you're going to do some sort of a ketogenic diet or, a massive calorie reduction diet, you definitely want to see your doctor. And I should also say that if you want to do, the boot camp program, you're going to be lifting weights. You're going to be, working yourself cardiovascularly. You do want to you make sure you're ready to do that if you're a beginner athlete. Make sure your doctor's giving you the clearance and you're good to go.
Nothing more here. Do you want to see if there's any comments or questions on Facebook?
I'm going to try see you again. Coming in. Let's see what we got. Oh, man. I wish I could see the comments. Watching. Yeah, it just says people watching. You guys are awesome. Thanks you guys all for joining today. I really appreciate that in my butt in this camera. I really appreciate you guys. It's really a fun challenge. I promise you, you will not walk away empty-handed. In fact, it's the money-back guarantee. Didn't mention that. A satisfaction guarantee. If you guys get in here and you're like, I learned nothing, I know everything about fitness and I know everything about mental fortitude and I already know nutrition, then, hit us up. You get your $99 back, yeah? But I don't think that's going to happen. And I would wager that with our experts, there's absolutely no way to lose. If you're going to try to have a private session with Rob Wolf, Dr. Gabrielle, it's going to cost you hundreds an hour. So here you're getting all of us for that fee. And this is just a part of us trying to extend our tribe to you. This is how we grow our Seal Fit and Unbeatable tribe. And I can't state strongly enough how important it is for you guys to trust us. And that's what I think this program is. And that's why I continue to look forward to this challenge. And it's one of the most important parts about my life every day is this challenge, because I get to give you a gift of health and knowledge. And that is all I really want to do in the world. And that's all any of us at Seal Fit and Unbeatable want to do in the world. And so what we do is we give you this 6-week entry-level program. We give you some team support. You've got your boat cruise. You guys can create some boat cruise on the Facebook page. And we shore up together, and we learn together, and we grow together. And I'm not going to be able to answer all your questions. There's going to be stuff out there that I won't know, but maybe I can know someone who does know. So together as a team, we're going to put our heads together and make some changes moving into this year. And then next year, you'll come back again, and we'll shore it up again. And maybe this year you eliminated a few foods, or maybe this year you just worked on that macro balancing, and maybe this year you're using 10-pound dumbbells, and next year you come back and you're using 25. We have probably a quarter of the people that participate in this have been here before. I should say that too, right, Jeff? A huge portion of our enrollees do this year in and year out. And sometimes they do it twice a year if we offer it twice a year. So it's for everyone. And we're going to have a lot of new stuff this year as well. There's a lot of really cool stuff. During my office hours on Friday, we're going to do breakout rooms so that you'll have an opportunity to get in small groups with your teammates and discuss what happened for your week and discuss some of our talking points, whatever those are for the week. Okay. We're also going to have weekly challenges that will be like a spot drill that'll be announced after your expert. And you'll get a little announcement, this is what you have to do today, and you'll be on the spot in 24 hours to complete your mission. So there's a couple of really cool new parts of this challenge that, for those of you who have been here before, I think you'll really enjoy. And then lastly, I didn't even mention this, but I'm so excited about this. Our experts, I've asked them to focus their talks this time around the differences between male and female training and nutrition. I think that this topic has come to the forefront often in our media and in our research as of the last few years. As a woman in fitness, I'm not just a tiny man fueling to perform. I have a whole host of hormones and other components of my body that perform a lot different than a man, and vice versa. So what I'm asking each expert to do this time around is jump on and give us, an overview on their topic of how it looks differently for men and women. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be awesome.
So one of the questions, if we sign up today, what do we do while we wait for the program to start?
What do? You get your equipment, okay? And join the Facebook group, start to talk to everyone. So the program will open for you right away. So there's a PDF. You're going to get my 6 weeks to cleaner eating. You should read the book, check it out. Check out why we do the elimination diet, what that means to you. And then there's also a PDF version of the boot camp book. So you can read through that. That's got a lot of great information on, your macronutrients and even carb loading and things like that. So you can read through all the material, get yourself prepared, get your equipment ready. And, I'm not going to tell anyone if you try the workouts or something before we start. But and, it's the holidays. Don't make up an excuse to go out and get loaded on New Year's Eve or eat a ton of crap. Now is the time. Today is the day to start to monitor your own behavior. Ultimately, what you'll learn is awareness around your own patterns, around how much cheese you eat, how much bread and processed food you take in. You will walk away with that information instilled in your brain. I've never seen one person go through my 6-week challenge and not walk away, even the most elite athlete that said, oh man, I'm eating a ton of stevia. I had no idea, what does that mean? There's no calories, right? I'm like, yeah, but guess what? That elicits that sugar response to your brain. And stevia and some of these other artificial sweeteners are way sweeter than your regular sugar. And so there's a biological reaction to that in your brain, if not physiologically, right? And so nobody is void of this challenge, guys. Everyone is welcome, and you're going to learn a ton of information. We good? We good? Thank you for joining me. There's so many out there. I hope to see you on January 10. If you have any questions in the meantime, my email is Melanie, MELANIE, @sealfit.com. Hit me up, let's talk, and I can answer any other questions I haven't answered so far. Hoo-yah, Happy New Year. Here's to 2022. It's got to be better than last year. I'm out.